Let us solve the exercise number 4 in the part A of DBMS Lab. In this exercise, we are supposed to create a table called as sales with the following fields, that is serial number, name, manager's number, join date, date of birth, salary, and sales amount. As well as we are supposed to create one more field called as commission. So all these fields has to be created, and there is a restriction saying that the minimum age for joining the company is 18 years. So this is one restriction. Default value of the commission should be 0, and they said they apply the suitable structure for the column. Also specify the primary key and not null. Then they said that insert 10 records with the data except the commission. So that means to say that you are not supposed to put the values for the commission, that you have to calculate it. And then they said the manager of manager is null. So let me go ahead to the Visual Studio over here. I'm going to get connected to my own connection. So I'm going to just click on that my connection. So if you don't know how to connect it, watch my first video in the playlist and you will be able to see how to make this connection. So you are connected to it, and I'm going to open a SQL worksheet by clicking on this one. So I have the worksheet with me. So let me go ahead and let me start creating the table. So I'm going to start with the create. So let me start the word with the create. So create, and I want to create a table, and they said that the name of the table is I think I could write sales. So this is the table that they expect us to create, and let's look at the fields that they have expected us to create, and these many fields I'm going just to copy it for now, so that it is easier for me to figure out what is it. So I will just copy it here. The first field name happens to be serial number. So let me just copy it here. So this is serial number, and you can expect it to be a number. And I'm going to take it as a 10, and definitely you won't be reading it. And they said here that you are supposed to create a primary key. So I assume that the serial number itself is the primary key. So let me assume that this is a primary key. So that is it. There is no need to specify null because the primary key itself, the primary, what is this? Okay. I will take that primary. Okay, anyway, let's say if I get an error. Okay, primary key is done. And let me take the next one, that is the sales name. So salesperson's name. So that is the next one. Just put it here. Okay, so let's make it beautiful. So and SNAME, SNAME you can expect that is the name of the salesperson. Varchar 2 I will take it, and you can expect 50 characters to be typed during the examination. And I'm going to specify not null because names cannot be null. So that is the thing. And yes name. Let me make it as yes name. Okay. Then we have the manager number. Now, what is this manager number? So, if there is a salesperson, there is a manager under whom he is going to work. Okay. So that is what is the meaning of saying manager number. So manager number happens to be the serial number of the manager. So suppose you are working in a company and you have your serial number, that is your register number, how you have your USMS register number. Your manager will also have the USMS register number, and you have to say that he is my manager by using his number. So he is my manager. So that is what is the meaning of saying manager's number. Manager's UCMS number has to be shown here. So that is it. Or manager serial number in this case has to be shown here. So what you expect the manager number to be? So because you are also using 10-digit number, your manager will also use a 10-digit number for his or her register number. Then what we have is the date of join. So I'm going to just take this one as a date of join. So I will take this one as a date of join. And you know very well, date of join, there is nothing except the date itself. And then what we have date of birth, again, this happens to be the date itself. So there cannot be anything new data type for these things. And let us look at what is this and come down. Okay, so it just adds a few unnecessary things which are not really required. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to go to the next one, and that is a salary and how much salary you expect for a manager. So I'm going to say this is a number, okay, and 10 comma 2, okay, some salary, so 10 digit number, and I expect that the salary cannot be null because nobody will work without a salary. So that is step. And if you want to, you put the date of birth and other things as also null. Okay, because they said that to create the structure accordingly specified here. They said that there is a thing that they said that apply the suitable structure. So that is it. That means you have the liberty of deciding it. They have not given anything. That means apply a suitable structure. So if you say that I have not put not null here and somebody objects it, you just say that I have applied my knowledge. That's it. If you want, you apply your knowledge. Okay, when they have given an open-ended statement there, you are free to use your own judiciously use your own option. That doesn't mean that I won't write this field. It is not possible. But the structure is yours. Okay. Now, the next one is the sales amount. I assume that the sales amount. Now, I will not put null here for the sales amount. The reason for it is the person may not sell anything. So, 1 month he was bedridden, or she was bedridden, or she was on leave, and nothing was sold. So, this salesperson has not sold anything because he was absent for 1 full month. In that case, the value itself will be null. So, assume that. This is what I feel like. So that is why I have not taken that as a null. And the next one is a commission. Again, I assume that the same one because you can just copy paste it and it is easier. However, there are few restrictions for the commission as far as I have read it. Commission, the default value should be 0. So this is what they said, default value should be 0. So let me go ahead and let me make that default value as 0. So I'm going to say that default, okay, is 0. So that's it. Default is 0. And there is one more constraint, I suppose. So what is one more constraint? The constraint, what I said here is the minimum age for joining the company is 18 years. So that is one more constraint. Let me put the constraint straightforward here. And how do you start the constraint? You say that constraint and give some name. So some students don't give the name and think that I can save some time. No, you just give the name. And what is the constraint is some one small thing, so that when the error message pops up, you know that where you went wrong. Otherwise it will add its own constraint with its own name, which is very difficult to find out what is that it is trying to do. So I said the minimum age, so we are supposed to check the age, and that is what I said, the check the age here. And check the age, how do you check the age? You know very well. To check, you have the check itself. So check what? Okay. Now, how do I say that this particular person is of 18 years of age? So this is how do I do that? Now, the one way of doing it is there is one function called as add month. So there is a built-in function add month. How in your C program you have a square root which is available in math.h. Similarly, here also there is a built-in function, and this function is called as add months. So this function will add the months to it. So you have to give the date to it. So which date I am going to give? Date what I am going to give is this date of birth. So this person was born in this date. Okay, and you are adding month, not years. So don't just add 18 here. So I will add 18. This means 18 month you are adding. But how many you are supposed to add? 18 years you have to add. So this is what they say, 18 years. How many months are there in an year? 12 months. So 18 years into 12 months. So every year has 12 months and you want 18 years. So you add the 18 into 12 months. So you are adding the months, not the year. So add months 18 into 12. So do you get some number and check whether that number is less than or equal to date of join. Okay, so you get that thing. So when I add, suppose your date of join is some data. So say today itself, that is 23. What is this? August 25. Okay. And when I add this number, if you are over 18 years, okay, over 18 years, okay, then you will have your age that you are adding now. So this age that you are adding, okay, this age will be more than 18. So this number will be less than that because your age is already more than 18. Suppose if your age is less than 18, so this number will be more than the other one. Hope you are able to get that thing. So when I add 18 months to, that is 18 years to your age, it must be less than that particular thing. Hope you are able to get that constraint. Okay, so done. Then let's go ahead and let's start building this thing. And anything else am I supposed to do? I'm not supposed to do anything except that I have to add the thing over here. So let me first try to create this one. I don't know whether I already have it, the sales. So suppose because I work with that. So I'm going to drop, don't do this one during the examination because I may have already a table called as sales. So in that case, unnecessarily I get it. You don't do it because no, if it is there, you just do it. Okay. So I am not. Okay, it is not, the table does not exist. So that means I am safe here. It is not there. Simple as that. If it is there, you just drop the table and then recreate the table. So I have the table with me. Hope I have not done any mistake. I select it or just keep it anywhere and press Control Enter, and it will execute it, and you get the beautiful message saying that you created a table. And during the examination, what students are not doing is they don't write this one. They feel that writing this is a sense, but you know very well you're going to lose marks if you don't describe this one. Okay, whether your teacher has asked or not, describe the table once you have done it. And don't say that I'm going to click here and show something. Don't do that thing. Just describe the table and just show it that this is the table I created. Okay, when you insert the records into the table, use star, that is select star from the table and show the content of the table. Whether you write it or not, it's a different story, but this one line should be there in your answer script. So if it is not there, some people will simply deduct it saying that you have not done your work. Okay, so describe the table, it is required. Okay, whether you like it or not, it is required. Once you create a table anywhere, you describe it. Once you insert values into the table, you use a select star from that table and just show the content of the table. Okay, that's required. Okay, as far as it's like, it's a norm that you are supposed to follow it. Now let's try to insert something into the table. And here, what is this? So this is the same one. I just downloaded it. Okay, so here what they said is the you have to add the insert 10 records with the data except a commission. So that means to say that I am not supposed to add to the commission. So you remember, out of this field, you are not adding the values for one field. In that case, if you are not adding the values to one field, you have to, when you insert it, you have to show all the fields. Now this is going to be slightly lengthier one. So I'm going to insert into my sales. Now I have to specify whether I like it or not. I have to specify all the field names because this time I am not inserting a values for one of the field. So when you don't use all of them, generally what you do is you don't write this field list here. You just type the values. So here that value, before writing the values, you have to specify which are the fields who will get the value. So this is required. If you don't do it, you will get an error saying that not all the fields have the values. So you have to be a bit careful. And I'm going to go with the sales amount. See here, I am not writing this commission because I'm not inserting the values to the commission. Then I press enter here so that you can see it properly. Then I insert the values. So values are yours. So I will start with the serial number 101, and then I'm going to insert the name. So name, say Rupa. Let me write Rupa. Okay, done. And what else is there? Who is the manager of the Rupa? Remember, what I'm going to do here is I will take, say, you are supposed to insert 10 records. You are supposed to insert 10 records. So I will keep the manager at the end. Last two people are manager. So serial number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and so on. 9 and 10 are my managers. So this is what I'm using just a convention. It is not. You can use first and to one anyone as manager, but for the brevity, I assume that the last two people are the manager. So I'm going to say manager serial number. That is the manager register number is 109. So this is the manager. Okay, done. And date. How do I add it? So I'm going to say to date. Okay, and I'm going to convert the date of birth. So how can I convert the what is this, a date of birth or a date of join? So this is date of join. So when will this person join? So you just type some date here. So 15 of January 2010. This person joined somewhere that this person joined. Okay, I can't help when this person. So this is the date of join. So remember date of join I am adding. Then date of birth I'm supposed to add again to date, and what else when this person is born. So remember that person must have 18 years of age. If you don't use that thing, you will get an exception here itself. So maybe 10th of March 1985, this person was born very old. So this is the person who was born during that day. And then what do you have? Salary of this person. Let's say this person is getting maybe 60,000. Oh, 6,000, 60,000. Okay, done. And what else you have? So this is salary. Sales amount. How much sales he has done? Maybe 1,50,000 sales. I'm just putting some values here. Okay, so this is 15,000. Hopefully that number again, some number. Okay, again, if you want to, some people are there, put to 00, but I don't put this kind of a 0. It is not wrong. Don't put this 00 because you don't want to waste your time in typing something. Now, sometimes what happens is when you try to use this to date, because of the system settings, you may not get this in the proper order. If you don't get it, when you run this query, if you get an error saying that the data cannot convert to data and so on and so forth, in that case only do it. If it is working, don't do it. So if it is not working, you just tell it that you are giving the value in the format DD, that is two numbers for the date, two numbers for the month, and four numbers for the or four digits for the year. So if it is not working, remember if this kind of directly when you type the date, if it is not working, what you have to do is you have to exclusively say that the first two letters are for the day number, next two digits are for the month, and the four digits are that. I am not going to type that thing because I assume that my machine knows that. But if it doesn't know, then I have to tell it that this is how it is. It should be interpreted. Okay, so done with it. So let me just take this one. You can keep your cursor anywhere and control enter. And if everything is fine, you got inserted one record. Now I will not waste my time and check your patience. I already have the values here, and I'm going to copy them and I'm going to get them here and paste it. So assume that I've typed, I've taken a lot of time in typing all of them. So what you notice here is serial numbers. I have taken 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on up to 10. Now all of them, if you notice there, all of them, their manager is at the end. So Ravi is the manager, Sashi is the manager. So all of them, if you notice here, all of them have only two anyone randomly you can take as their manager. What about the managers? So they have already told you manager's manager is none. So there is now who is the boss of boss? There is no boss itself is the boss. So boss of boss is none. Okay, maybe his wife may be there, but that is a different issue. We are not dealing with that. So manager's manager is none. So these two are managers. How do I identify that this person is a manager? If I find that, if I find that there is a, where is it gone? If I find that there is no manager's reference, that means to say that if the manager reference are null, that means he is a manager. Others are all salesperson. So done with it. I'm going to just select it. Hopefully everything is proper. Control enter, and all the records are inserted. Now very important, some students are not doing this one, so you have to say select. Once you insert it, select star from table. Whether you like it or not, do this one during the examination. Some of you are not doing, and then you are coming out and saying that I have not got full marks even though I executed everything. You forgot to write the silly things. Okay, so these things matters most. So you enter, and you get all of them, and ensure that there are 10 records are there. So there are 10 records are there. You are inserted 10 records. Done with your work. So the first part is successfully completed. Okay, now then they said that to display the details of a salesperson whose salary is more than the average salary of the company. So first let us find the average salary of the company. How do I find the average salary of the company? So I'm going to say select. Select what is the function for average, avg. Okay, and what is that they expect us to do? I am supposed to find the average salary from which table? From the sales table. So let's look at this one. Don't write this during the examination, I'm just explaining you. So you get the salary amount 72 5 something, you got the salary amount. So the salesperson's salary, you type the salesperson's salary here. This amount must be greater than 70 to 500, something like that, average salary. So if a person's salary is more than the average salary of the company, then you have to display it. How do I do that thing? So that is what they have said. Display the details of the salesperson whose salary is more than that. So I'm going to go here. I need this one because that 72,000 is required for me. So I'm going to use one more select statement. Select star from sales. So I'm going to use it. Sales. So where, what is my condition? My condition is where, okay, the salary is of the employee is greater than. This is what they said. The salary must be greater than the, what is this? So salary must be greater than this. So is it not? So that is what they said. Salary must be greater than that. Now, if you directly type like this, you will get. It says I didn't get what you mean to say. That I'm going to put this thing inside a circular bracket, saying that you execute this query, this subquery, you execute it. Whatever answer you get it, that you compare it to here. So that instead of star, it became 8 here. It's done. Okay, done with this one. Select it, control enter it, and you get all the people. You notice that all of them have their salary greater than 72,000. So for 72,000. So these people have a salary greater than 72,000. That's done. Let's go to the next part. Update the commission as 20% of the sales amount. So update it. How do you update? What is the command for update? The command for update is update itself. Okay. So you say update. Update what? Update the table, which table? Update the sales table, and what you set? You have to set the new value for the commission. So new value of the commission is equal to, what is it they have set? What is they have said is they said that 20% of the sales amount. 20% is 0.20. Okay, so 0.20 into the sales amount. So let's look at this sales amount. So done. Sales, what is it? The sales amount. Done. Okay. So you are setting it. Remember, when you run it, you must get that all the records must be updated. There is no condition. They have not given any condition directly. So all the 10 records must be, you have inserted 10 records. All the 10 records must be affected by this statement. So I select it, I press enter. What is the one thing you must notice? 10 row got updated. That means all the 10 records got affected. After that, what you will do? Once you update it, you just type select star from the sales and then press control enter to see that the commission is updated. Commission is not blank and it is updated. Accordingly, it is just got updated. Done. Let's go to the next one. Display the sales numbers, sales name, salary, commission, manager, and so on and so forth of the salesperson. So let's get these details of a salesperson. So let's go and get these. I'm going to just copy this one, and this is what they said. Okay, I'm going to. How do you display? Display is a select statement. Okay, select these many things from the sales. Okay, done. Now, what is this? Manager salary. You don't have the manager's salary here. So this story will not work now. Okay, so there is some minor problem. And what is the minor problem? Manager salary has to be got from the manager. So this I am talking about is from the salesperson. So this is salesperson. Okay. So how do I distinguish between the manager and the salesperson? Everybody has the same detail. So I'm going to say for the salesperson, I'm going to represent the salesperson as yes. Okay, so yes, a salesperson I am representing as yes. So I'm going to now say that salesperson serial number. Where is the salesperson's serial number? Because I said the salesperson is yes now. Salesperson's name, salesperson's manager number, salesperson's salary, but who is this salesperson's commission done? Okay, there is no problem. Up to here, we have no problem. But the manager's salary is not the salesperson's story. I somewhere I am going to say manager is M, so not now. So manager is M. Manager's salary is here. Now the problem is manager's salary. How do I get to manager's salary? Now there is only salary field is there. You see that this salary field is there. How to get to this manager's salary now? Okay. So manager's salary is M dot. So manager is M, and what field name you have here? Field name what you have here is salary. So I'm going to say M dot. This is manager's dot salary. Manager's dot salary as I'm going to rename the field as manager's salary. So what I'm saying is manager's salary. I will show it as a manager's salary. So this is a new name I'm giving instead of directly saying salary. I'm saying it. I'm going to, for these two people who are managers here. For these two people, I'm going to say that that is a manager's salary. So simple as that. Okay, so done. Now that is not the end of it because the M is not yet shown. Yes, I told you that salesperson yes is there. So that part is done. Now what is the next thing that they said that okay, they said that okay, where is this manager's salary of the salesperson getting some of the salary and commission. So some of the salary of the commission. Salesperson's what the salary and commission. So salesperson salary of commission must be more than the salary of the manager. So let's try to get that story here. Now I'm going to just press enter. This is not complete. I'm going to just press enter. Let's get how do I get the this part? Let's fix this part. That is sum of the salary of the salary plus commission. So salesperson's salary and commission. So how do I get to that thing? So how to add this one? Salesperson the salary is there. Okay, and the salesperson commission is there. Okay, done. So do you have any issue with that? So this is a salesperson. So is it not? I'm going to just put a bracket. So you have learnt about BODMAS rule. So this is just to make the things look neat. So salesperson salary and salesperson commission. That is what they said. sum of the salesperson's salary and commission must be more than manager's salary. So that the story is there. So how do I get the manager's salary? You know very well. A manager, I'm using the dot em. So and I've already used that em dot salary. Get done. But there is a problem. Where is the manager? How do I get to the manager? Okay. So manager must be, what is the manager? So manager's salary, manager's number is the register number. This must match with this one. Okay, this must match. Manager's register number must match with the register number that is given by the salesperson. The salesperson, what they have said is, this salesperson is saying that 109 is my manager. Who is 109? Ravi. So he is saying indirectly he is saying that Ravi is my manager. This person is saying that Shashi is my manager. Second person is saying, okay, so this is the manager. Okay, manager's sales number. This must match with the, this is the manager's serial number. Sorry, serial number must match with the M number. What is this M number? Manager's number. You notice that Ravi and Sashi doesn't have managers numbers because they themselves are the managers. Boss of boss is not there. So for all the others, that story is there. So I have to match these two persons. So how do I match these two persons? So I'm going to say that I will have to perform. They have given a hint that perform a self join. So I have to do some join here. So at the end, you must have some kind of a join here. So what is that join? Let me go to the next line over here. So I'm going to say join, okay, sales, okay, this is the table name, is it not? Sales, and this time I'm going to call it as the M. Remember, for a salesperson, I said yes. For manager, I'm calling it as a M. And what is the criterion? On, okay, salesperson's manager number must be equal to, and what is it? Manager's serial number. So, am I clear? Hope I am clear here. Remember, these are managers, manager number. Salesperson, these are all salesperson. These two people are only the black sheep in the entire company who are the managers. So all of them are dependent on these people. Okay, these people. So all of them are saying that he is my boss, he is my boss, he is my boss. Boss has a serial number. Boss is also an employee. Like all these people, boss also has a serial number. That is what I am saying. Boss serial number. Boss also has a serial number. But all these people, what they are saying is we have a manager number. So we have a manager number. So your manager number must match with the boss serial number. Remember, boss of boss is not there. So they don't say anything because they themselves are the boss. So they won't say anything about the manager. So all the other people are saying that we have manager number and their manager number must match with the boss serial number. So that is what I am saying. So hopefully you are able to get that thing. So their manager number must match with the serial number of their manager. So manager has a serial number. These two must match. So 9 must match 9, 10 must match 10 here, so that they know who is their boss. And that is what I have written. So what is the criteria? Okay, so this is the criteria, and then what I am supposed to, if you are able to do it, whenever you are using the join, you are using the word on. Okay, and let me just delete it and get it over here, and I'm going to just put the thing over here. Okay, what is the syntax error? Expected semicolon and so on and so forth. Okay, so let's see whether I am getting all the things. So get the serial number, name, and what else you have? The manager number, salary, commission, manager salary as manager. Okay, from the sales, and I call that as sales as a yes. Okay, done. Okay, from sales, join the sales. Okay, and I call that as the M. on m dot the serial number is equal to that on that I have already done. So this is not on, sorry. This is a condition, it's not, sorry. This is, that is why it is saying that what nonsense have you typed here. Okay, on this one, join on this one, and what is the condition? Condition, this is the condition. No, whenever you write the condition, you say where. So as I talk, sometime I go out of context. So this condition, you know very well. Condition, you write it is a where clause, where something is equal to something. This is the condition. And what is the join clause? Join on this one. Join on this one, and this part is as usual. Okay, so hopefully everything is proper. And I press Control Enter to just to see I got all of them. So you notice that. What is important is 5,000, 50,000 plus 20,000 is greater than 65,000, 90,000 plus 60,000. Remember, sum of the salary plus commission is greater than the salary of the manager. Salary and commission is greater than that. Salary and commission is greater than that. And 70 plus 36,000 is greater than 80,000, 95 and 70,000 and greater than that. Okay, so you are able to get this story. And let's look at the last story. Display the records of the employee who finished the services of 10 years. So they are working in this company for 10 years. So what they said, display their details. So this display details, you know, display means a select. Okay, details means a star. Which table? From the sales table? Yes. Okay, where some condition. So what is the condition? Condition is that's the condition. There they have completed 10 years. So how do you 10 years? Last time I have already done that thing. So what is that we are supposed to do it? So 10 years means when did they join? Okay. You ask that question. So when did they join? So these people, when did they join? So date of join is there. You notice this date of join is there. From today, subtract the date of join. So if they have joined, so now this year is 2025 when I am recording. So 2025. And if they have joined 10 years ago, that means they might have joined 2014. If the person has joined 2014, then 10 years are there. Okay, if the person has joined it in 2020, then this person is not having the eligibility of 10 years. So subtract from today's, you subtract the date of join. So today, when did they join? This is the date when remember I just shown with the year, but just assume that that's the date. So from today's year or from today's date, subtract the date of join. Whatever difference you are getting, if that difference is greater than 10 years, and then that means they are eligible. If they are not, then they are not eligible. As simple as that. So how can I get the date? Now I'm going to use again the month story. You see, they have somehow they strange option. They are just happy with the month, not with the years. So they have a function called as months between. You so notice that months between returns the number of months between the two dates. So month between, they don't use the, some strangely they don't use the year. Okay, so what to do? So today's date, how can I get it? So there is a built-in option, that is system date. System date, you notice that today's current system date. So from today's date, subtract the date of join. So what is the field name? Field name is join date. You see this join date. So subtract this join date from today's date. Okay. But remember, this will give it in month. How do I convert it into year? You know very well. Divide it by 12. Okay. So this will give you year. So you something divided by 12 will give you year. Then you must check whether that is equal to greater than or equal to 10 years. So this is what they said. They must have worked for at least 10 years. 10 years of service. Okay. So why did I divide it by 12? To convert it into years. Okay. This will give me the difference in date, that is a month. You will get months, 24 months, 20, 48 months, 900 months, 600 months. In months, not in years. Divided by 12, you get it in years. Okay. I press Control Enter and assume that so many people have. So if you look at here, this is 10, 12, 15 because of that date is 5, 7. Remember, this is 8. I'm in the month of 8 here. So don't say that this is a 25 years. This will be 10 years of service is there, and this definitely 08 means a very old person has joined very early, and that they got their 10 years of service. Now, what else is that? Okay, that's it. That's all. Thank you for your interest. We will meet again in the other exercise. Thank you.